Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and get started, do our devotional. Then I'm going to follow ahead right behind and do the Bible. Today is week 3, day 4. Our quitting verse for the day is, don't jump to conclusions. They may be a perfectly good explanation for what you just saw. Proverbs 25:8. When you're trying to establish a farm, one of the greatest fears is that the people around you will sell their property to a builder. New construction has the potential to ruin the farm vibe, and it can even force you into selling your own property. Well, a few days ago, a yellow reasoning sign popped up on the farm across the street from ours. My heart got all in a tizzy. I started to think about all the scenarios that reasoning sign could mean. Visions of a huge Walmart, houses, strange people walking up and down our long gravel road started to consume me. I started to think about what would this do to the traffic on our road, and how much would we really be willing to sell the fixer-upper farm to a developer. And what about all our dreams we had for this farm? We hadn't even started then. I had us homeless, farmless, and broken minutes. When my husband got home that day, I began to express my concerns about this reasoning sign. He told me to call the number on the sign to figure out what was happening. For the next few hours, I was a mess. We had worked so hard on fixing up this property, and I couldn't bear the thought of losing it. The next day, my husband got home and casually told me he had called the number on the sign, and we had nothing to worry about. The farm was reasoning to become a commercialized farm, that's all. I took the deepest sigh of relief, but then I began to feel a little foolish. My feelings often cause me to make assumptions that lead to the quitting road junction. What are some assumptions Ruth could have made about Boaz? What are some assumptions Boaz could have made about Ruth? What would Ruth have missed if her feelings had convinced her to see things in the light of the way they were? I don't always use this message version of the Bible to study a text, but I really liked it, the way it worded today's quitting verse. Don't jump to conclusions. There may be a perfectly good explanation for what you just saw. And it's MSG. I've never heard of that before. Because I'm a naturally curious person and I love to understand the why behind everything, sometimes jumping to conclusions can lead me to frustrating places. However, I love this verse because it helps me remember to pause before I create more problems. How can jumping to a conclusion too quickly cause us to quit? Describe a time when you have jumped to a false conclusion only to discover there was a perfectly good explanation. Is believing the best about people and situations something you struggle with? Why or why not? That's all of that one for today. And tomorrow will be the last day in week 3, so we'll start week 4.